Hello everyone, welcome back. I think this is going to be the last part of the video because the POS keyboard I already covered in a separate video. The link is down below. It's earlier video on how to program a POS register keyboard for the cashier into a Mac2 keyboard, right? So I've covered that video earlier, so you can refer to that one separately. Okay, so we are now programming the overhead. So you can see this one is my simple panels. I didn't create a very similar lookalikes or very real replica of the overhead panel. It's just a simple push button and several switches here. So here is the light, external light, of course, as you can see on the A320. This is the, of course, the let's see, APU, master switch, start and bleed. This one is for the cabin calls. This one is for the wiper. Let's put it on the right side. This one is for seat belt, no smoking, emergency exit light. This one is for the cabin lights. This dome light, and this one is for the anti-ice, wing, engine 1, engine 2. I think I missed the probe or the window heat, but I think it's always on auto, so I didn't need it. This one is for battery 1, battery 2, external power, pack 1, pack 2 if you want to turn off your air conditioner during takeoff. And this one is for the fuel pump, fuel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one is for adheres in each positions. This one for oxygen screw. This one unused, still open. This one is kind of a push momentary toggle. It's like a push button basically. And above is actually the fire test, engine, left engine fire test, APU, and right engine fire test. I haven't programmed the fire extinguishing switch because in normal flight you don't use it, right? So I haven't really programmed it. So this one is my overhead, simple overhead. So how to program that one? Let's go to panel 1. Panel 1 will cover this side and several difficult button. Like for this, you can see here this one is for the strobe on and auto. The strobe is actually have a specific command to be put in auto, so you have to follow this one. I won't explain, but you have to send first. If you want to switch on, you have to set the strobe 0 auto alpha to 1, and then you send A32NX overhead strobe toggle auto event. So that's how you set to auto. I think you don't need to set to on, right? I don't recall, but basically you just need to auto, and to switch it off, basically just send the toggle first and then the set strobe 0 auto. So it's opposite kind of no condition. So it's very simple command for this strobe. So basically on, auto, and then off. For beacon, I think it's also simple. You can see beacon is on, off. Okay, so beacon here, beacon light is I forgot to change this one, but this one is on basically. Then parameter send beacon light, this is event, so beacon light set event parameter 1, then it will switch on, and then release or off position, switch off, the send beacon light set event parameter 0. So this one is off and on. Okay, so it's very simple. The wing, this is the wing. I think it's also simple. Which one? This one, the 11. If it's set on, it will send event wing light set with parameter 1. If it's off position, send wing light set parameter 0. So how you set the wing lights here, the wing on and off. Okay, by switching this on and off. Nav light is also, you can see, I put it on directly to on because I don't think you can make a middle. So here, this is the command, nav light to switch on, which basically send nav light set parameter 1, send logo light set parameter 1. So nav and logo light is together, so both of them are set to 1 for on, and to off send parameter 0, both of them. Okay. The other one is actually turn runway turn off on this one. So you can see which one is this one. Oh, this one is number 6. You can see here is not a simple command, so it's actually switching a circuit switch on 21 to 1, circuit 22 to 1. So both of them to 1 will turn on left and right runway lights. So you can see here, yep, so you can see here the lights on. Yeah, so that is to if you can see here, it will switch off the turn runway on and off. Okay, let me show this one. So basically the light. What else? There's this 2 landing gear. It's actually, there's a 3 position switch. So first of all, you can see here the 14 to 15. It will retract, or the lamp will coming out from the body, from the wing, lower wing area. You can see on which on this one. So this one you will see the light will come out. This one, you see, it will be lowered. Okay, and to do that, actually you send this command. So the initial command is here, which is retracted. So if you select this one, it will retract this light. So this is the command to retract the light, which is set landing light 3 meaning the right, I guess, to 0, and circuit switch on 19 to 1. I think this very specific command. So if you put this one, the light will be retracted. You see here, it will be retracted upward. Okay, so it's gone. But if you want to lower it, you send this command. So on the switch on condition from the not this one, if it's from 0, meaning that is from the retracted position to lowered position, so you will set landing light 3 to 1, but circuit switch on 19 still off because it's not lighted up. This one is to light up the light itself. This one is to lower the lamp. Okay, the head of the. So let's see, we're gonna lower. So it's 17 here. We're gonna choose this one, not this one. This one is for the opposite from the lights on. So once it's lowered, then if you move this upward one more, the right switch here, it will light the lamp. So this one is the command, which is set landing 3 retracted to 1, meaning it keep unretracted, so keep lowered, but set landing light 3 to number 2, meaning it's on. So you can see here, if I flick the switch, it will on. Okay, so this is the 3 position switch. I'm using a logic NAND gate to detect normal on off on switch into on switch, so I can detect which position this switch is in the position. I will probably show a diagram or electronic diagram to create or to convert the simple on off on switch into on switch. Okay, so you probably understand what I'm talking about if you're doing a DIY 3 position switch. So let's turn off the landing lights. So I'm gonna put this light into the middle again, and it will turn off the light but not retracted the lamp itself, so it's still lowered. So here it detects this command actually. So if it's from the lights on, it will basically not retracted, but set the landing light into 1, meaning it's off, okay, but not retracted, okay. So that's how I 3-step. I think it's being governed in the API of fly-by-wire sim. And back again, if I want to retract it, then I'm gonna select this one, which is the lowered position for the switch, and it will retract the landing lamp. You see, it's going up and flush into the swing area here, so it's gone. So that is for these two, and the same effect on the other side. So basically this one is for the left side, same, but then the landing is landing 2, not landing 3. Landing 2 is for the left, landing 3 for this one. Landing lights here for the front gear, okay. Landing 1, I guess. I think, yeah, I think it's supposed to be for this one. So this landing 1 is for takeoff, takeoff lamp. I'll show you later on the taxi switch, okay. So this one is for the left, this one is for the right, okay. 16, 17, and 18, then 13, 14, and 15. 13 is actually to retract everything back to inside, okay, for the left landing light. This one, the last one is taxi light. Taxi light also have 3 positions. The first position, I think this one is off. Let me find this one. Where's the taxi? Let me check. Okay, so this one is the, so this one is 0, 0, meaning circuit 20 and 17, meaning both of them are off, okay. For taxi, you're gonna switch into 20 to 1, but 17 still to 0. 17 is for takeoff, basically takeoff lights, okay. So if you want to taxi from both off here, so if you put the lower position for the switch, meaning off, it's all off here, right? But if you want to switch the taxi light on, you have to switch the 20 to 1 and 17 to 0, right? So let me flick the switch into taxi. So this smaller light here lights up. This is a taxi light. And if you put the runway turn lights here, left and right, it will combine the taxi with the triple light. So left and right and center lights. So if you want to turn during taxi, you can turn the runway turn lights and taxi light. During takeoff of landing, you have to fully pull all the switch up position, meaning there's the third position here called takeoff, right? Inside, if you see inside this, it called takeoff here. So off, taxi, and takeoff, right? This one is, we just discussed, retract, off, and on. Retract is fully flush with the wing. Off is lowered but not switch on, while on is switch on after it's lowered, okay. For taxi, off is, the smaller one is off. Taxi, the smaller one will lights up like this, but takeoff, the bigger one will also light on. So let's say, so you switch everything on here for takeoff, for example. So both taxi and landing light, basically the bigger lights on, but usually you just flick all switch on. So everything will, probably during landing and during takeoff, you want to switch it on, or during night landing especially, you're gonna switch all lights on. So basically you flick all these 4 switches up, it will light up all the switch, the lamp basically. So here landing lights, lamp and right, landing right here the bigger one, the taxi light, the runway left and right, runway lights on. Okay, so all of them are switch on. So if you want to turn off, you can also turn it off. Okay, so that's very useful, because previously I have to look up and overhead and switch with the mouse. Now I just raise my hand like in the real cockpit, and then either all pull off, pull up, which is switch on or switch down during taxi or taxi light only, whatever. So it's very easy to manipulate the light. Very important during the hectic landing and takeoff situations. So I've done with this complex light. I think for APU, let me finish. For seat belt, hold on, that is not in this panel. So for the other one is actually for no smoking. Okay, no smoking. Here I can position position on 1, 0, 2. So basically there's 3 positions. Parameter 2 for the switch of the no smoking position LVAR, XM LVAR. So this is new variable. The first one is actually 2, 1 and 0. So 0 basic, I think it's currently at 2 if I was taken. Yeah, and then 1 is actually on auto, and if you want to on, you put it on 0. Basically this one on 0. Okay, this is a bit of backward. I think number on is 0, 1 and 2. 2 is off basically, so you can switch it off. That means it's selected 2 for parameter 2 for this variable. So this is variable, not event. So you have to set the variable. It will follow suit on the graphic here, or the representation here. The other one is actually on emergency exit. So I think it's which one? Oh, this one. 30 is similarly at 2 on the emergency exit here, off, and arm actually 1, and on is 0. So you can see here, if I flick into arm and on, okay, it's a bit delayed, but anyway, put in 0 for off position. So you can manipulate this thing for replicating this one. Okay, what else? Dome light, I think I program it. Yeah, so as you can switch, you can see the brightness increase because it switch on the dome light into dim. I think I have to put up certain code for the bright one. That's it. So that is for the dome. What else? Oh, the wiper. So for the wiper, I think the problem with the wiper is it's very complex, and you cannot find the code, and I have to digging very hard to find the wiper here. But you can see here the wiper is activate left and right separately, but I put it into a one single switch here to switch both of them. Okay, how I do it basically is this switch here. That's it. So I didn't let me lower this so you can see this switch is only one position, which is the low. I cannot find the high fast speed, so it's only slow. Also, you have to kind of test it first before you start. Probably you even start the video or start the gaming, just turn it out to slow and back to off to set the initial parameters. So to initiate, if not, it's like the wiper either too slow or too fast. Let's say if I'm I think this one is fast, I forgot, but if I try no, basically once you pass to slow, once you switch to slow by mouse here, like this one, just testing it, and both of them, and that's it. So then you can switch it off the battery again, restart the cold and dark process, just to ensure the variable has been memorized by the system. So by doing that, when you send the command that I did, it will use the parameters that they already memorized. The problem is I cannot find how to set the variable. Okay, I think that's in mmjoy 2. I think that's a different oh yeah, so here you can see in the 14 position, you have to do this. Send electric circuit toggle 77 and 80. 80 is the right side, 77 is in the left side. But that's it. Either switch on, and this one, because I'm using a switch on and on and on, so 3 positions, on, so 3 position rotary. So when it's on this position, it will send parameter, basically toggle. Okay, it's a toggle switch. So 77 and 80. This one is also toggle. Okay, so because it's just toggle on and then back again, and I can only set slow. I cannot send to high, fast at this moment, but it's quite nice. So I can reach during rain or landing or takeoff. I can turn it off when I was already certain altitude. That's how I set this switch. What else? The adheres. Let me check if I already set the adheres. This one is for battery. So I think it's for, okay, this is for the battery. If you can see, this is the battery. This is the command, okay, to switch on and switch off. Basically, this is the command. It's a set of variable LVAR to 1 to set it on, and then send avionic master set to turn off. Set this variable off and send avionic master set 0. So basically to 0 0 for this variable. This is for the battery 1. I think this, this one is, I don't know which one is, let me check. Okay, so this one is for battery 1, so it's off. This one is off and it's on, so you can see it's off, on again. Okay, so for this one is actually battery 2, this one and this one. Okay, so this, just follow this command. You can memorize it. Yeah, nothing. Oh, the condition also, because I checked the condition. If it's 0, then switch on, just to check. Okay, this one is just to check, but the same variable here being used. If it's 0, then switch on to 1, and then send avionic master set to make it happen, because if not, then it is not replicated here. This is the mandatory. And for the off, I think if you check it's already 1, then you can turn it off by setting it to 0, and also avionic master set to 0. Okay, so that's the prerequisite for the battery. I think battery also, what else here? Anti-ice. Okay, anti-ice is very simple. This one is the, this is the sequence. If you want to on, you have to check structural DI switch on for the wing, and then you can turn off. Okay, basically by setting this XM LVAR momentary push overhead anti-ice wing press to 1 and toggle structural DIs to 0. Okay, so that is I think it's for the on. Yeah, this one is for the off. Yeah, so this one is how to turn it off. Okay, you can see here anti-ice for the wing. I press it, it's on, and I press it again, it's off. Okay, so that's how you create a toggle using this command. You can memorize it. And this one is for this on. You can this one, and it's off. You can find in the snippet or my profile also if you are confused. Similarly with engine anti-ice, I think it's similar concept, but this one is engine anti-ice 1 on, then you can do this one. So basically this is how you check the variable first to create a toggle. So it's off, then you can turn it off, turn it on. Okay, so that's how you create a toggle for this switch anti-ice using a single push button. Okay, momentary push button. So this one is for the engine 2. What else? This one already. Cabin light. This one is for the toggle for the Strobe we already covered. Beacon already covered. Wing light covered. This one is covered. Smoking covered. What else? I think that's it, right? Okay, this one is for several switches here, which is this light, very complicated. Also this seat belt, no smoking and emergency, and this cabin light and battery here, and also anti-ice. So where's the rest of the it's actually under panel 2. Panel 2 you can find here fuel system. So I think it's all of this. Let me check. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, panel 1. Oh, some of the fuel actually this part goes to Joy 1 and top panel 1, and this half actually goes to panel 2. So I think here is the command for, so the first one, press north. Here you can see is fuel system toggle 2. So basically this is have to be exact, so just send event fuel system pump toggle parameter 2. It will toggle this one, or basically let me show you so you can see this one, right? If I press this one, it's off. So this is the parameter 2. For pump 2, it's basically to the west right here. It's parameter 5. So parameter 5 is pump 2, and parameter south here, parameter 1 is for this pump. Okay, you can see here on and off. Okay, so that is the pump. So from here, 2 1 sorry, yeah, I forget. South is 1, west is 5. So 5 2 sorry, this one is 2 2 2 5 1. Okay, so 2 5 1. Well, you have to find it yourself, I think, if you are, but this one is referring to which pump. Okay, 2 is for this one, 5 and 1. Okay, for I don't do this one, so I skip. So this one for the crossfit the mode selection, so it's usually on auto, but this one is always on. You see the initial setting, the aircraft always like this, right? So for pump 2 here, you go into the different panel here. This one is here, so it will be pump 4, this one, and which one is one? To this one is pump 3, 4 3, and I think this one is the one. So 4 4 3 6. Okay, so 4 3 6 4 3 6. Okay, so by selecting that parameter for this fuel system event, fuel system pump toggle event, so you can select which one is being toggled. Okay, so I can manipulate the pump from here, my physical switch. And for external power, you can see here it's number 4 here. This is the command. So it's very complicated. You can see here, this is how you're gonna toggle the external power. Okay, and it's a toggle basically. So I don't know, I forgot where I get this, but I think I found some documents, and this is how you toggle the external power. So you have to set, oh, I'm getting from the event, actually from the event viewer here, from from Spadnext. So I'm sequencing this toggle bus connection 2 3 4 7 8 5 11 9 10 together with the toggle external power. So basically by doing this, you can toggle on and off on the, so you just need one, but it will toggle the external power. You see, on, off. Okay, so this switch is external power with this command. So if you want to see it, it's quite long. I don't know if I can show you, but 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 5, 11, 9, 10. Okay, and the toggle external power. So basically you just sequence that. Okay, so that's external power, quite complicated also. The other one is air conditioning pack 2, this one, and pack 1. So this is the command. So if you switch off, yeah, and then for on, it's actually 0. So basically it's kind of backward. Okay, that is for air conditioning. So you can see the pack will, which one is, I think you cannot see. Okay, the pack 2 will be off here, and the pack 1, or pack 1, I think in the Enjoy 1. Wait a second. Okay, this here, this one is for pack 1, so it's toggle here, 1 and 0. This is the command, pack 1, 1 and 0. For pack 2, actually here. Okay, so you can toggle the pack from this switch. What else? The thing. Okay, so I think the cabin is push overhead calls off. I think this one. Okay, you can see this one is off, is press, and this one is forward, this one. Okay, and this one is all here. Usually I'm using all for landing or takeoff. Where is it? Okay, if it's ready for takeoff, usually the first officer call, take a seat for be ready. I think, yeah, take a seat for takeoff. Cabin crew, they will announce, but unfortunately it's not a lady's voice. But I'm using Jenny as my first officer, so it doesn't make sense. Mac is actually this button here, so you push overhead to 1 and 0. I think just kind of on and off by putting a delay of 500 milliseconds. So the command is push, delay 500 milliseconds, and switch it off. So basically it's like a temporary button, right? I think that's the command for that ding sound here. The adheres, I think, let me see adheres. Where's the adheres? Okay. Adheres, I'm using this one as a push button. I converted into Joy into push button. So you can see here, it's not a switch, so it's a push button on 20, 19, and 18. So the command will be send avionic master set, and then set the variable of A32NX overhead adheres IR1 mode selector knob to 0. Basically it will set the adheres to off positions, right? Then off position, then off at the ATT position. Usually you put in the NAV, right? So the third one is the NAV, and you can wait for on bat. This one also for NAV. Okay, so this is the similar command for ADIRS 1, ADIRS 3 as the first here, this one, and ADIRS 2. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3. That's for ADIRS. What else? The battery already. I think oxygen crew. So this one is the command for oxygen crew here. If I press this one, this is switch on. Crew supply says on, auto, or push again, it's off. So this is push button. Fire test. Okay, fire test is APU, and yeah, for the rest I think this is the fire test release on and off, APU and engine 1. Where's the engine? Let me find the engine tree. Oh, sorry, this should be in here. So engine 3 is here. Yeah, it's here. So engine, sorry, the right engine is here. Fire test 1 and release is 0. So if you press it's 1, if you release it's 0. As simple as that. For this one is for APU, and this one is for engine left here. So you can see if I press, it will push the test button, and then test button for engine 1. Yeah, so this one is engine 1. Okay, so this is the variable to set for this button. I think that's it, because I didn't set this one. I didn't set the fire extinguisher button here, the protected one. I didn't program it, so at this moment I have to do manual mouse if I want to press this one, right? But today I didn't use it for normal flight. I think that's it. I can, for normal flight, I've basically complete all this button settings, so I can use it for kind of no mouse interaction. The only mouse required is this EFB, because EFB doesn't have any event or command to activate. I wish. I'm also programming the jetway connection using my push button, so I can call the jetway by pushing a button rather than calling a software. I create what do you call it, program directly through an event to call the jetway. Okay, and also I can try to call the catering and the luggage through a button. So I call the luggage and call the catering, as you can see, without any command from application. So those three are can be set from a button. So I can retract a jetway by pressing a command. Oh, sorry, pressing a key. Okay, it's very convenient. So rather than you put a shortcut into several pushback, helper or whatever. So I go directly to the SIM connect. Okay, it's very simple. I think I can show you quickly where it is, because I'm not going to show you the push button, but you can program it to any button. This one, think this one. Okay, this one is toggle jetway. So basically toggle jetway, request luggage and request catering. So these three commands can request this one, right? Forget about this one. It's not for this is only to play the sound. So these three, toggle jetway, request luggage and request catering, is the event to call those three. The luggage and catering, I didn't use any toggle, because if it's they done it. Okay, I think they take few minutes, and if they done, they close by themselves and retract, and that's it. You don't need to toggle. But jetway, you still have to toggle until you ready to depart, right, or to push back, right? So you confirm with the crew, and then you can toggle back to jetway to be detached or retracted, basically. For luggage and catering, they will complete the sequence by themselves. Okay, so that's it, guys. And then we complete all the parts of programming. I think there's several other smaller things, like the I programmed the steering wheel. You can see here, for the steering wheel, I'm using the RZ axis and axis control steering step. So this one is how I set the steering wheel toward my using my rudder, twist rudder, in the TCA A320 joystick. So the twist rudder is actually to steering the aircraft. No longer I'm using the rudder. So if I twist the joystick here, you can see it will send the command to steering wheel. So I think if I can show you where it is, let me Let me show you with the steering wheel. No, I don't think it's energized hydraulically. I don't think it's, but in the steering wheel, it won't move this pedal at all. However, if I use the pedal to as a rudder on the ground, it will steer also. I haven't been able to detach this rudder separately into this steering wheel here. I'm not using this because I haven't got any specific controller for this one, so I'm using my TC8 A320 to steer. Okay, because it's not activated, the steering wheel is not hydraulically pressurized, and so it's not active. So once you're ready to turn the engine on, everything on, I think the nose wheel, steering wheel, steering gear will activate it, right? So by then you can steering wheel by twisting this handle in real life, but actually like try to rotate this tiller, right? So that's quite convenient. So it's kind of imitating the real things, although it's not exact, but by not using this pedal. I'm using the pedal just to brake, basically, right? So the brake will be still on this rudder pedal. Okay, I think that's it. So most of it I think I've discussed. There are several other settings which is probably not important. Most of it has been programmed. I haven't found this setting for this stopwatch. Also for ISIS, I haven't found it. Oh yeah, this one is, I set it into my Cougar, the warning, press the warning and press the chrono, right? So I can press the chrono from my Cougar HUD on the left side. Okay, I've done this one, and I think we cover all. To fly normal procedures, I guess it's enough to cover all the button using a physical button mapping. Okay, so I can even setting the transponder code directly toward the keypad. Okay, that's it. So hopefully that's useful and give you some idea on how to map almost 100% or around 90% at least normal key for the all key required for normal procedures into a physical controller. So you can no longer use the mouse, or at least just use the mouse for backup or for interacting with EFB and of course the FS2020 menu. Okay, see you on another video. So I think see you on up there in the sky. Okay, goodbye.